Okay guys, hello, happy Vlogmas day 21. I think it's 21, 22, 23, and 24. So we are doing the Barissimo Advent calendar, the coffee. And so far some have been good and some have been like, but some have been really good, like that amaretto. That was really good. Now, like I said before, they could just their tastes a little bit more better, you know, improve on the flavors. Oh my God, that amaretto was really good. So we are doing Vlogmas day 21. And so let's get this baby out. Let's find out what it is. Because I do like coffee. If I can get it out. Okay, I got it. I'm always trying to get it out neatly, but it doesn't always work. I try though. Okay. All right. So there it is. 21. And we got, what do we have here? We have, oh, cookies and cream. I've been waiting for that one too. So we have cookies and cream. 20, 21, 22, 23, and 24. So cookies and cream is what we got. Let's throw this baby in. And like always, I'm going to use a 12 cup. And we are going to mark this baby off. Cookies and cream. So let's get that started. So I marked them all off, and we only have 1, 2, 3. No, we have to have more than 3. It's 4, right? 1, 2, 3. No. Is it? Is it only 3? No. Can't be. Oh my God. 21, 22, 21, 22, 23. Oh my God, it is 3 more. Well, 4 more days counting this one. So it's just 1, 2, 3 more. 3 more. And the 3 that I'm looking at is glazed cinnamon roll, which I haven't tasted. The salted caramel, I'm pretty sure that one's gonna be good. Ooh, and the spiced orange mocha. So we'll see how those flavors come out. So while we're waiting for that, let me show you what I've been doing. So I am getting ready to decorate the cookies. I did make some more iced sugar. This is how thick I need it to be, because like I was showing you, this one is not, it's not gonna work. See the difference? See how runny that is, and look how thick that is. Big difference. This is what you're looking for, not this. But this is good to use for the flooding, so that's what I'm going to use. But for the border, I'm using this one. Right now, I'm going to be. What happened? Did it finish already? That was quick. That was 12 cups. That was so fast, wasn't it? I was barely talking. Anyway, let's get this baby out there, because I did promise Hippo that, Paulie, that I would take him to Burger King right after school, but that on Wednesday, was it Wednesday, but he got sick. So he ended up having to go to the hospital that night. He's fine now, he's good. But he just caught, I don't know, some kind of flu-like symptoms. But he was throwing up a lot, high fever, but he's good. So, and I told him, yeah, we'll go to Burger King after you come out of school. But he got sick and we weren't able to go. And so we'll go when you get better. So he's home now. And he's already asking, when are we going to Burger King? I'm like, dude, you just got home. He was gone like what? Wednesday, Thursday, Friday, Saturday? Saturday, 4 days. And I was like, dude, you just got home. I don't, the last thing I want is for you to, end up throwing up again. You know what I mean? Like, I don't want to get you more sick. Okay, so we're going to wait on that because it is really hot. Now, I do want to try, can't believe I found this. Oh my God, what is this on here? What is this on here? Okay. And it must have been on some kind of icing inside where I had the what do you call it? Okay. This is, I need a hair gel. What the heck is this? I just wanted regular clear hair gel. What is this about? Oh my God. I'm gonna have to go to Family Dollar. I was looking for hair gel. And that's not what I was anticipating. Okay, so we're gonna use that. This, again, I'm using that one for the flooding. And I'm not gonna use too much because I'm only going to do the border. And I think I still have, I have a lot of green here. So I'm gonna fill it in with this, but the border, I'm gonna use this. And I really wanna try, uh-oh. I don't want no color to get in here. These one of Dollar Tree little spoons. Just want to make sure I get all the icing out of, all the color out of there. Oh, great. Oh, great. That's just great. Okay, I'm not using this again. Got it all over my finger. Okay, we're not doing that. That wasn't what I was anticipating. Now let's just use a regular spoon. Now it has to come out, like it can't go on like that. Okay, so it has to come out like in a ribbon form. So I'm going to put just a little bit of water in here. A little bit more. It's hard. It really is hard to gauge how much, how much water you want to put in here. It takes a lot of, and keep it all, I would say keep it all in a small bowl because you don't want to put it in such a big bowl. Okay, so it has to come out like a ribbon consistency. Kind of like, I know I don't have a lot of light, but kind of like a ribbon, like a ribbon consistency. This is too thick. You know how your water drips? Just use those little drips of water. Okay, so, yeah, so it's a little bit better, although I don't really like the way it looks. I'm just gonna have to practice making a lot of this stuff. And then you have to worry about how it's going to what do you call it? I'm trying to show you. Okay, I think that's gonna have to work. Okay, so I haven't tried these bags yet. And I think these are the tipless bags. This is the first time I'm using this. So I'm going to be using a lot of green, red. I think that's about it, right? And white. Okay. I need to hurry because I have to. And now I have to cut that tip. I don't want to cut it too big, but I don't want to cut it too small neither. I don't know, maybe it's not going down because there's not enough air. I'm pretty sure they say to cut it at an angle. I'm just gonna cut it like that, yeah. So I'm gonna cut it like that. Okay. And now, I think these are supposed to be disposable. I'm gonna have to, I'm trying to hurry up because I have to, I really should take this bracelet off. Now I know they use this for the flooding as well because I've seen them do the flooding, but I'm gonna wait for that to get a little bit hard. Now I'm not worried about the, what do you call it? about the inside right now because I really want to get rid of that, all that icing. So far, oh, I'm not worried about the bottom part because the bottom part is supposed to be brown anyway, right? So I'm not really worrying about that. Okay, so oh shoot, my thing fell. All right, so I'm just gonna leave that there, and then this I might have to run it underwater because I'm not. It has to be run underwater. So, okay, so that's what I got so far, and let us taste this coffee. Okay, guys, so yeah, I'm gonna be busy doing this all day today. So I was able to make all the. Let me sit down. I was able to make all the cookies after all, so I was really happy about that because if I would have tried to do all the cookies, like I said, I was gonna wait until today to bake all the cookies. If I would have waited, I would have been overwhelmed, and I would have not, I just would have gotten stressed out and upset. So I am so glad that I started baking during the week when I did. I am so glad. Already got the chocolate chip, the drop cookie out, so that was the last one. I will be making some almonds, but that probably won't do those until tomorrow because I have to go to the store and I have to get the ingredients to make the tamales. Now the tamales, it's not so much, it's easy to make. It really is easy. All you're doing is cooking the meat and flavoring the pasta, the masa, if you want to call that. And that's all it really is. And then putting on just putting the paste, the meat, and just wrapping it up. Bam, But it's all the little components that you have to do. The thing that for me, it takes the longest is trying to separate all the corn husk leaves from the big ones to the small ones to the tiny ones. That's what takes long. So that's why, just like the cookies, I always have to do the things ahead of time because when you try to do it right then and there, that same day, you're going to stress yourself out and you're going to overwhelm yourself and you're not going to get things done. Why? Because I've been there before. I have been there where I try to do it all in one day, and then at the end of the day, I'm like, everybody go home, leave me alone. I want to be by myself. Like, I don't want to do anything anymore. But then again, when you have family over, this was years ago, it's like, you got to go with the flow. You just got to, you're like doing it, but you're there but not there. You just going with it. There's a word for it, I forgot. You're just on something mode, and and you're just going along with everything. Oh my god. Anyway, let's try this. What was it called? I forgot. Oh, cookies and cream. I don't know. It just tastes like all the other ones. That amaretto though, that was good. But it's good. It's good. But then again, I like coffee. So anyway, so yeah. So that's it. Like I said, I am so glad that I did the cookies. That I baked the cookies when I did. This is what I mean about when you're washing your pans. Keep them one like this, one like that, And if I get more into making more cookies, I'll definitely invest in a rack and in more of those pans. But for right now, those are the only 3 I'm using right now. So for me, that's good enough for me right now. But yeah, let's try to fill these up just a little bit. I want to see if I can get at least one cookie done. What I usually do when this thing clogs up on me, which usually does, you can see how it's separated. See, I usually just run it under hot water because sometimes it won't come out. Or I'll get a toothpick and I'll poke it in. Actually, it should come out because I didn't have it in the freezer. If it doesn't come out right, it's because there's something in there. And usually I'll just grab a pokey hole. Oh my God, the same way I am when I do thread my needle. Can't see it. I can't see it for nothing. It's like, oh my God. There's something's in there. It's not coming out evenly, so there's something in there. And it probably, because it's probably crystallized, so your best bet is just take it out. Take it out and just find out what's in there. Okay, let me put this back in. But once it crystallizes, there's not really much you can do. Okay, there we go. All right, let's go back over here. I want to be able to do at least one cookie with you guys. And then, of course, I'll be the rest of the day just, what do you call it? I got to put my hair up. I didn't have time to put my hair up. So this is just for the flooding. And then if you want, you could just, you know, just shake it until, you know, it falls. Or you can use that pokey, this little tool right here, and then just move everything. Just move everything along. That's what you want, always want this little thing for. And this one is watery, I can tell. So this one might take long because it is watery. Yeah, cooking these cookies takes a lot more finesse, a lot more time consuming. But once you have that border, down and it's dry, the flooding should be easy. And I want to do a lot more cookies. Okay, that's one. And then I am just gonna grab, which ones did I have? I had a real nice one. Where did it go? Was it this one? I don't even know. So I'm just gonna grab a few of these and just I like the gold on here. It had some gold. So I really like the little gold ones. Maybe another. Okay, I think that other one was too close together. Oh well, you get the gist of it. Okay, and there's the first one. Okay, and that's how they're all gonna look. I'm not gonna go crazy and try to do too much because this is time consuming. I'm gonna do the same thing with these. I'm gonna make bigger ones for New Year's, but they're gonna be blue and white. Like I said, I really want to get rid of all the things, and these paperless tips, they're awesome. So I can't wait to work with this more. Okay guys, so back over here. I know I'm working you guys everywhere. Whew, and I'm already tired. So thank you for joining me for Vlogmas Day 21. And if you want to continue watching me, how I decorate the cookies. And I'm also going to be making a cake for my grandson's birthday. He's going to be 16 years old, the older one. And that one's going to be a blue and white cake as well. So the snowflakes are going to come in right on time. Oh my God. So, yeah. So I'll be doing the cake and the cookies. And so again, if you want to watch me, you can always, of course, you can always like, subscribe, definitely comment, or give me some tips. If you know of a better way of doing things, let me know. Again, I am not a professional. I am learning as I go, and I'm trying to improve on my baking skills as much as possible. So when I'm learning, I'm hoping you can learn by my mistakes as well. Anyway, thank you for joining me for Vlogmas Day 21, and we will see you tomorrow for Vlogmas Day 22. Oh my God. Okay, we'll see you in a bit. Bye. Good morning, good morning. I usually get up in the morning and I usually do some crafts, but I'm kind of running out of ideas. So I was like, well, what am I going to make today? And what am I going to do? But let me tell you, I did have a few good ones. So I'm really happy about that. But because I'm really close to the point where I really have to get these cookies out, I decided, I think what I'm going to do today, instead of doing anything crafty, I need to get these cookies done. Oh, I hope these didn't burn. Oh, guys, I hope these didn't burn. Okay, these are the ones I'm making. These are the last of the last cookies that I'm making. Remember, these were the drop cookies. And I only made one batch. And I did use, so I can show you. I should have showed you what I was when I was doing it, but I was in a hurry. So I did use this, you know, and this was the cookie dough and everything that was in there. Kids got to it, of course. And I would scoop it up. I'm not gonna use it because this is, they might eat this. I don't know. Or no, Cersei's can't have it. It's chocolate. And I would scoop it up and put it on the tray. I got these guys I have to clean because they have grease on it. So I would put them down like a lump, right, on each one, and then it would have like, you know, like a hoop, like an oval loop or something on top. Anyway, I would just pat them, you know, like an igloo kind of top. I would just press them down a little bit so I can get this round shape. Look at that. I think that came out cute. Look at that. Let me make sure. So yeah, give me a second. I think the dog's trying to come in. All right. So I'm making a fresh batch of the icing because this is not. It's really runny. So I'm making a fresh batch, and I'm doing it more because of the borders. This would be good for the filling, but not for the borders. So I'm leaving that out. I know, I'm trying to hurry because I have too many things I need to do, so trying to make, I did want, maybe tomorrow I'll make a bracelet because this one I had to hurry up and make like ASAP. Not, well, I didn't make it, but I had to redo it because the what do you call it? The elastic, the string, the elastic. Remember, I don't know if you guys remembered, I was showing you the bracelet elastic thread, and I had them for a long time, and they were yellow, and every time I stretch them, they would like crack, like, and the elastic string that was on here was the same way, and I was like, I couldn't even stretch the bracelet. I couldn't even stretch it. I had this bracelet like for, oh my God. I've had this bracelet like for more than 10 years, and I love it, and I'm still trying to hang on to it. I love it. But I want to make my own. So that's what I was going to do, but I said, you know what? If I cannot fix this, I'm going to have to make my own. So, because I have the bells, I have the beads and everything. I said, if I can't fix this thing, I'm making my own bracelet. That's how come I was gonna do that today. But when I started seeing my granddaughter, she wanted us to go to the store this morning, and I was like, oh man, okay, let's try to figure this out because we have to go to the store. We're gonna have to wrap up the presents right away. We can't wait on that. That has to be like as soon as we get here. And then I'll do the bracelet. And I go, no, I'm not gonna have time for that because I have to do the drop cookies. And then I still have to decorate the other cookies. I am not gonna have time to do a craft today. So I said, you know what, I'm gonna have to wait until tomorrow. But I said, well, at least I'll explain to them. Let me show you how the wire looked like. Hold on. Okay, so this was the one, the elastic. Let me show you here because I don't think you can see it that well. This was the elastic that was in my bracelet. That was in here. Look how yellow. And I was like, and I couldn't stretch the bracelet just so it wouldn't go on my wrist. So I said, this is gonna crack. If I stretch it just a little bit, it's gonna crack. Like, it won't even stretch. Like, see? That's how it looked like. Let me take a look at this. These cookies, I don't want to burn them. Okay, I think that's it for these cookies. I think they are done, guys. They are done. So I'm just looking for my mitten. So because I already have I put already the clear one in here, but I still have to knot it on. You can see I still have to put a clamp on here. I don't know if you can see the thread sticking out. I have to put a clamp on it and glue but I just couldn't. I didn't have time to do that today. So I said I'll do it later. Hopefully it's in a good knot. I knotted it pretty good, so I don't think it'll go anywhere. And if it does, I'll just redo it. And then I said, okay, you know what? I'm just gonna grab my beads and pick out green and red ones and put some, because I do have little jingle bells somewhere. I think I have red ones actually. I know, guys, I'm everywhere. I am everywhere. Okay, these cookies are done. These are the last of the last cookies. Shut this oven off. All right. Oh my God. I tell you, every time I open up that oven, I feel like my eyelashes and my eyebrows are being burnt. Oh my God. It just goes right on me. So, I don't have, let me see. I think it was, I had one where all the things came in. So I have a lot of red ones. They look like this. I really don't like them that much, but I'm like, they'll do. And green ones. And then I do have spacers. And they're all weird. I really don't care for these, but they'll do, I guess. But I was going to pick red and green, and then I was going to put, I think I have green bells. I don't think I have red bells, but I have green ones. And they're not like, they're not, these are, the bells on here are balls, I think. Yeah. They're kind of like balls. They're not the kind that have the, you know, the slits in the middle. So, but I know I have those. They're either red, I think they're green. So I said, well, I'll just, if I can't, you know, if this breaks, I'll just, you know, make my own bracelet. So that's what I was going to do today. But since I don't have time right now, I'll probably do it tomorrow. Then I got some other beads, but they're not really, hold on, let me show you. So they look like this. And there's no red. I mean, there's green, but there's no red. So I was like, no. These I think I'm gonna use to put like names and stuff like that. So I was like, nah, I can't use these. So I'm gonna use the other ones instead because they're a little bit darker. So that's what I'm gonna use. Okay, so let's put on this icing because that's what I'm making right now. Oh my God, guys, oh my God, oh my God. So I have that, I have the icing that I'm gonna use. There's the rest of the cookies. And I have those cookies up there, and I'll show you later when I put all the cookies in. I am gonna make in the cookies for the ladies at the bank, and one for my neighbor. So they're gonna come in here. And they're going to the bank, so you know I'm just gonna put all the cookies in there, and then take them over there. And I have a neighbor. Her name is Mindy. I'm gonna give her some cookies, and I want to give some other cookies to a friend that I see every morning, and she's always saying hi to me. I don't even know her name. All I know is that she's always going into a black car, and she's always saying good morning to me, and I say hi, how's your day? Oh, you know. She goes, yeah, I'm running late to work. No, I won't keep you. Have a great day. You know, we're just saying, you know, just pass her by, highs and buys. And I want to give her a container of cookies too. So, and then of course the rest will be for the family, of course. It's a lot of cookies, guys. I have a lot of cookies that I made, but I'm happy. I'm happy that I was able to get all these cookies done. Okay, so that's what I'm going to do. Let's get this... get this done. And I think I put it calls for, let me show you. This is the recipe. I always try to show you the recipe. So this is the recipe right here, royal icing. And it's 3 the one that I use, I mean you can use egg whites, but I use meringue powder, and it's kind of expensive. It's kind of like almost like, I say like $12 or no, I think it's like $23. It looks like this. It's expensive, guys. It's not cheap. It's like $23. I'm pretty sure you've seen this before. And that's how it's meringue powder from Wilton. And a lot comes in here, but you have to really be, I don't like this lid because this lid, yeah, it doesn't like snap. And I'm like low, like really low. But you can use egg whites. It doesn't snap or anything. It just, that's it. That's kind of every time I put it in here, I put it all the way in the back. So I want to make sure it doesn't get spilled. $23 a pop. It better not spill. So that's the recipe, and I already put the sugar, 4 cups of iced sugar, and now all I have to do is add, is that water or milk? I always forget. 6 tablespoons of water, and it yields 3 cups. Okay, so that's what we're doing. So 3 tablespoons, and I have everything in there. The sugar, the meringue powder, I'm just gonna add the water. You need the whisk. Not this one, not this one, this one, okay? I'm just gonna come over here. What did it say? 6 tablespoons of Why can I not remember these things? Yeah, 6 tablespoons of water. Okay, so usually, because I already have stuff in there, I use the same cup. And you can always add more or less, it's up to you. So 6 tablespoons. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, and 6. I'm just gonna put 6.5. Oh, well, I thought it was 6.5. And I added a little bit more, didn't I? Okay, so now we're gonna put this baby down. Dropped the cookies the other day. I'm like, are you kidding me? Are you kidding me? Alright, I'm gonna put this like this and make sure everything is off. That's powder. You don't want this stuff flying all over the place. Okay, make sure everything is tight. And when you're doing this, make sure you start out in the locket. Make sure you start it out slow, like I mean really slow. You don't want that powder going all over the place. So I always start slow. Okay. Okay, and then I go a little bit faster. Now again, this is the icing. Oh, I got it here on me somewhere. Hate that. Okay, now it looks awful, right? I mean, look how, like, that's going to yield 3 cups. Like, no way. Go a little bit. Nah, you're just going to let that work. I would say let it work until it starts looking white. I usually do double, but because I'm not making a lot of cookies. If I have to make more, I'll make more. But I usually do double than this. And it's hard to tell when you don't want to beat it. You always got to take a look at it. So it's not really where I want it. My peaks are not that great, so I'm gonna give it a little bit more time. And this is what I'm gonna use for the borders. Okay, so while I'm waiting for that. And I am going to use the other. So see, look at how round they come out, guys. Look at that. So again, you use this. Make sure, dome. That's the word I was looking at. Make sure it has that dome. And when you put the dome, the dome down, you grab, let's just pretend this is the cookie. When you have it on here, you press down on them, okay? You press down on them. Don't leave them with the dome on here. Press down on each dome, okay? And it comes out, look how nice and round, guys. Look at that, look at that. Oh my God. I think that was all the cookies I made, I don't think. And who doesn't, you know, everybody cares for a chocolate chip cookie. So, that's the tricky part about roll icing. You don't want to overspin it. Okay, that looks better. I mean, you can feel it yourself. Like, That's pretty thick. Look at that. That's what you're looking for. Okay? So that's done. I'm just gonna put that there. I don't want to overspin it. So that's done. I don't have to worry. Oops. Let me lock it. Don't want to take chances. And let me finish putting these in here. Okay, and I have to wash these. I have to wash these because you see the grease? You have to wash them. And then when you wash them, guys, when you wash them, don't, whatever you do, don't put them one on top of the other. Okay? When you wash them and you're about to dry them, they gotta go separate. You gotta make sure they dry separately or just dry them right away with a towel. But don't dry them because that's when you get all that brown, awful rust. Okay? And that's not good for anybody. So let me show you the cookies. It's getting heavy, guys. Oh my God. I'm like, I don't even think I'm gonna leave these up here anymore because it's heavy to bring up and heavy to bring down. Okay, so, oh my God, this thing is heavy. Let me just wipe down. I shouldn't have stepped on that chair. Okay. All right. And then I'll plate the cookies and I'll show you, you know, all the different cookies I made. But so far, those are all the cookies I made. So I'm going to put all of these in here. So, yeah, gingerbread men are right there. These, of course, these tasted just like these, actually. These were cute. These I did not make. These I did. These, my grandson was eating a whole bunch of these. And I got, like I said, these are not, they're hard. They're hard now. But when I first baked them, they were like almost, they tasted like a tea cookie. But they're all done. They're all done. The chocolate chips are going to come in here. And then I'm going to box them up and I'm going to give them the 3 people, the ladies at the bank, my neighbor, and then one down the street. If I can find her, because I don't know what apartment. I know a building she lives in. I don't know what apartment she lives in. And I'm not going to leave the cookies on her car. You know what I mean? Okay, but guys, I filled up this whole thing of cookies. I am like so happy. I can't believe I did this. I can't wait. I cannot wait. Wait till next year. Because next year I want to make jam cookies. You ever? I think Petridge Farm makes them, and they make that star short cookie with the jam inside. I haven't seen those cookies. It's just like the Salerno anais cookies. I have not seen those cookies like for a long time, and oh my God, I would go after those cookies all the time because I always liked the big jam in the middle, but they were always shaped like little stars or something like that. Anyway, these are my cookies, guys. Anyway, and I'm gonna put all the chocolate chips in here, and yeah, and then I'll do the other one if I get a chance. I'll do the what are the one? The crescent, what do they call it? The almonds. Well, they're supposed to have almonds in it, but I use pecan because I like pecan. So, and plus, nobody's allergic to pecans, just almonds. So I'd rather put the pecans instead of the almonds. Okay, guys, man, a few more days and Christmas will be here. We will see you in a bit.